对，什么牌子啊？
Costco。这件会不会有锁水啊？应该 next time you should always hang it up. So when they run,